Hello, 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 my beautiful people. Happy Hump Day. Welcome to Hump Day. Or if you're Takashi 69 today, happy Lump Day to you. But we're going to get into that, okay? Right now, I want to welcome you to Wednesday night's episode of On the Block with Jen. I am YouTube's and your favorite devil's advocate, Jen, okay? I am on the block with Jen on all social media platforms. We got your TikTok, your Instagram, your Facebook, on the block with Jen at Gmail, on the block with Jen. Cash App, baby. If you want to support the show and help mama keep the church lights on, because all of this costs money. It's not free. Your entertainment is not free, okay? I'd much appreciate you. Buy me a smoothie with that Cash App. It is tax-free for me. Or if you'd like to say something with your chest, throw it in a super chat so I can read the comments, okay? I like me a good super chat. All right. Thank you to everyone who holds me down when I'm not on air and Cash Apps me because you support the show and appreciate the entertainment. Okay. I appreciate you. As you guys know, you can use Cash App if you want your donation to be discreet. A lot of people don't like other people seeing where their money's going, so they're not with the super chats. That's what Cash App is for. I appreciate the support from the bottom of my whittle heart. And I don't shout people out who Cash App me unless you want me to. If you want the world to know that you're supporting me via Cash App, hit me with an email and I will let them know that you are sponsoring the show. Okay? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's get into this. A lot of stuff happened within the past 24 hours, and we got to get into it along with the topic for tonight. The topic for tonight is juicy. Again, you know, I make these observations and I bring it to you all, and you decide yay or nay whether it matters or not, whether it's juicy, whether it's interesting. This is just my brain working. I observe things and I'm like, I want to talk about that. The best place to bring it is to the block with my panel. Speaking of my panel, you are all welcome on the panel long as you show your face. We don't argue with avatars here. This is the block. You got to say it with your chest, okay? We don't argue with avatars. Take that to some other channel, okay? So everyone is welcome to cam up, rebut, contradict, okay? Get ruffled, although I tread lightly, okay? A few of you have been banned forever from the block. And a few of you have to pay to come back. Yes, it's happened. So tonight's topic is, are male podcasters the new gossip queens? And on that note, I have to bring up one of the queens of the block, the always lovely and talented YB Limited. And you better be following Lily because you don't want to get cut. How are you, darling?
Slice and dice.
Filet.
On this good hump day. Don't play.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all see what I did with Takashi, right?
All right. We caught that, Lily. We caught that.
I'm just saying. Y'all asked for it.
Oh my God. Did you see?
Better.
Thank you. I feel better. Thank you so much. I feel better. I'm still on no sleep. I think what this is adrenaline. You know how when the car is almost out of gas and is running on fumes? That's me right now. Okay. I'm on the last mile and I'm gonna make it. But I'm good. I feel good. There's a lot to talk about. A lot of things are, you know what I mean, sizzling on the timelines. Did you see the Takashi 69 video?
How could I miss it? That was actually the first thing that popped up this morning when I got onto the medias of socials.
The medias of socials. Oh, baby boy had a rough 24 hours. He had a really rough. I'll say this. I'm shocked that it's just happening.
Right.
Completely, utterly, and totally shocked because, you know, we live in the age of, you know, Twitter fingers and people talking shit online and they think no one's ever going to catch up with them. Right. That's the new gangster is on his keyboard now. Right.
Right.
And he got caught out there and a lot of things are being said every which way. Like, oh, why they jumped him, or, oh, them dudes look too old to jump him. Or, oh, what about George Zimmerman? Y'all in Florida. Why y'all ain't get George Zimmerman instead of Takashi? You know how it goes every which way. It's like a pile of shit and everybody starts kicking it and then it's all over the place and it stops making sense.
Right. It stopped making sense when he got out and was just doing and saying and just moving any kind of way. Like, you know, I don't know. I got to tread this topic lightly.
Lily.
I mean, this topic is close to home to me because
Oh, you're gonna have to qualify that though, because people are gonna be like, "What do you mean Tekashi 6ix9ine is
yeah.
close to home?"
So yeah. So okay, it's no secret that I dated a OG or whatever in the
Okay.
game, and so while Tekashi was in prison, the
Mm-hmm.
guy I was dating that guy, okay,
Okay.
and he got a call
When
through
Tekashi was in prison, you were dating who?
the OG, the gangster.
The OG. Okay, okay.
Okay,
Shout out to the OGs.
shout out to him. We love him. All that good stuff. Good guy, whatever. But so he's like, hey babe, I got a call. Now, mind you, he's not into all the pop culture stuff. He don't know none of these folks.
Okay.
Okay, he's straight OG. So like, I have to educate him on who's who and what is what.
Right,
So he
right.
was like, I got a call because there's a guy. He's really high profiled, and he's there now. This is the thing. This is tea. What I'm about to give y'all. This is tea. This is tea.
Here's my cup.
All right. This was months before they let him out. I knew he was getting out.
Okay.
Now, how he knew he was getting out, that is a whole. This is before it. This is still never went public. What I'm saying right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're getting an exclusive.
This is exclusive. So I was just like, oh, he's supposed to be getting out of here. They was like, no. So he was telling me, and I was trying to like narrow it down. I was like, the only person I can think of is a rapper because he couldn't say his name. I said Tekashi 6ix9ine. He's like, yes, that's it, right? This is the same one who didn't know who Nicki Minaj was yesterday, right? That's how he ended up doing security for Nicki Minaj because he was doing security for Tekashi at the same time, right after he got out of prison. So, they wanted to, of course, have police around him, but they also needed somebody with a reputation to kind of keep some people off of him. So then my ex came to me and was like, should I take the job? I'm like, fuck no. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't want nothing to do with this guy. Like, I don't want that type of heat around me. I don't want nothing to do with me. So COVID hit. Our industry was hit hard. Like, everything shut down, no modeling, no acting, no nothing. So my partner at the time was the only one with an income. So I was like, okay.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. So he had to do what he had to do. And he had to live with, and it was crazy. It was crazy. Like, dude is not, like, he moves just as crazy as you see him on the internet. He almost got my ex killed so many times. And then got to the place where he didn't want to pay like he weighed.
So that's mean all that money he's always flashing, and he wanted to not pay?
Well, he started going broke. He was spending way more money than he was bringing in. And so, yeah, it was insane. It was a crazy time. It was a crazy time. Like, I remember the time that they were staying at some mansion upstate, right? Because they had to keep moving. They was moving like every week, every 2 weeks or whatever. And he goes out, he's doing like a live video, and some white girl sees it, and she's like, oh my God, I think that's Tekashi. And she's like, and filming and stuff like that. It gets out where they were staying. People found them. They found them. Like, they were coming up, like, to the mansion. Like, it was insane. But what was crazy about that situation, and no one really knows it and really talks about, it wasn't him. Like, I don't give a hell if he want to be reckless and stupid and talk as much and have a death wish, but his mother and his brother and his child was with them all the time.
Yeah. Yikes.
So that's who my ex really cared about the most. Like, he was like, I don't even care about this fool, this dummy right here, but he's got his mother, and she's the sweetest person, like, just the sweetest little Mexican lady ever, And but the funny part about it is, so one day he sends me a picture of him and Tekashi. He's trying to teach Tekashi self-defense. He sends me the picture, and I was trying to find the picture before the show. He's like, this is a lost cause. This he's going to need security.
I was about to say, he ain't teaching much, because Lord. Okay, no. So he wasn't able to
it was
build them up. Yeah. Yeah. Keith David, thank you for this comment, because this is the word out on the streets. Okay. Happy lump day, Keith David. Today is lump day. It is not hump day. It is
Right.
lump day. Okay. So happy lump day in honor of Takashi 69. So the word on the streets is what you're saying, Keith David. Takashi was allegedly disrespecting some Puerto Ricans. That's us over here. Saying, fuck them, I'm a Mexican, and those Latin kings beat him up. Okay, that's the word on the streets. I can't confirm or deny that until you know what I mean. The timelines keep sizzling and people are arrested and what have you. Because the guys that jumped on Takashi did it all on camera. It was posted. People were naming names of who did it. I mean, you know how the timelines are. You don't even. I mean, this is the easiest time ever to be a fucking detective. All you got to do is go to Vlad, go to No Jumper, and they will tell you, okay? The streets will tell you who did what their Instagram handle is, because now all the gangsters are on Instagram. It is not like back in the days. The easy, if you want to be a detective, this is the easiest time for you to do it. You just sit back, eat your donuts, sip your little coffee, and just let the timelines do the job for you, because the kids are going to let you know who did what, where they live, how you can find them, what tattoos they have. You know, the internets are going to work for you if you're a detective today. I mean, I was scrolling the internet and I was like, oh, that's the guy who beat him up, and this is his picture in prison, and that's his tattoo, and this is his name, and that's his nickname, and I wasn't even looking. So imagine being a detective. You're just like, oh, okay, let's go pick up this guy. Come on, let's
Right.
go.
Yeah. Just print out some things from, Instagram and Twitter, and yeah, just print it out, put it in your files, and go pick them up.
Right.
It's just
So
that
it's like,
simple. And
sheesh.
don't have a phone number, because you could just track them if you got a phone number.
Happy lump day, George Cook. Today is officially lump day, not hump day. George said he's gonna listen in. Thank you so much, Kareem. Salute to you. He said we're on point with these topics.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Corinne.
I'm always I love what Anthony Alexander said, from the barbershop to the mic, laughing out loud. Yes, indeed. And the question tonight is, are men the new gossip queens? And I spoke about before briefly how, men specifically used to hate, I mean, loathe Wendy Williams. To this day, Wendy Williams is the worst thing walking on two swollen legs. Okay. The worst thing ever. And then fast forward social media, and we have these cats, and none of them are journalists, okay? But we can argue tonight, all right? We can argue tonight. That's what I said in my promo earlier. Y'all could come up. We can argue tonight. You could cape for your bros, okay? I know a lot of
Yes.
these cats are your bros. So let's bring them up real quick so you can look at them, and I'll go through who's who. Rise of the male queen gossip queen. Rise of the male gossip queen. We have Vlad. That's all the way on the left. His teacher says Vlad. No one even knows what that man looks like, but he is the king of urban gossip, specifically black and brown gossip. Vlad is the king of urban gossip. A lot of people don't know what he looks like. That is what he looks like. Then we have the Breakfast Club bitch, Charlemagne.
Charmaine, the goddess.
Yes, Charlemagne, the goddess, the Breakfast Club bitch. Yes, I'm choosing violence tonight. Then we have Adam 22. Fun fact, Adam 22 was a porn actor. How gross is that? Hope you guys aren't eating right now. But yes, I will have you picture and imagine Adam 22, white boy in the middle with the tats on his neck, was a porn actor. He is now head of No Jumper, which is another gossip station. Then we have academics. Everybody know academics, okay? From Tom and Jerry. There he goes right there, academics. And then our beloved Joe motherfucking Budden, okay? Who's very funny, actually. Very, very funny on his podcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am asking you, rise of the male gossip queen. Are these our gossip queens in the 2023? I need to know. Are these the gossip queens of the 2023? Because they sure are getting a lot warmer welcome than Wendy did, Lily.
You're right. You're definitely right. But that goes back to saying what we were talking about recently, how they'll come to defense for each other or do this for each other, But when a woman does it, it's like, oh, how dare she? Mind your business. You know, don't you have something else to do? And, you know, all of that stuff. But then the moment that the tide turned, the record stops selling, the porn stops selling, you know, the dick don't get as hard anymore for Adam 22. You know, we realize that you don't never DJ Academic. And I'm gonna tread lightly with Joe because I have dinner with his mom on Friday, so I won't be saying nothing about him.
Listen, if I had no choice, and they were like, Jen, you can only pick one, I'm gonna go with Joe. I'm gonna go with Joe Biden.
No, me too. And I'm not just saying that because me and his mom are like super cool. Like, I'm not saying that for that, like,
he's funny. I think he's the most grounded and the most funny and the most about the situation that's going on, although he falls on the gossip queen as well. You know what I'm saying? He be having a lot to say about the girls, okay? Be having a lot to say about the ladies in the business. But I would pick Joe if I had no choice. And they were like, Jen, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got, who you gonna save? I would save Joe Biden. He's funny. I like a lot of his clips, specifically where he's like, shut the fuck up. Stop typing. It's one of my favorite best clips ever. That clip where he's like, stop typing. You sound stupid.
Yes.
Because it's how I feel 100 times a day. Thank you so much for the super chat, Dwayne Rose. How are you? Happy Lump Day to you. Tonight is Lump Day in honor of Tekashi 6'9". So I heard the Ricans was putting hands, feet, and elbows on Tekashi in the sauna in his little booty shorts.
Right. But you know what? You want to know what I always, behind the scenes, what I say at the kitchen table about him?
Mm-hmm.
He gives me trans. Like, he gives me 10 years from now, he's going to come out as trans.
Tekashi?
Yes. He's been giving me that, like, forever. Like, from the moment I seen him. I'm like, he gives me one of those that's just going to pop up one day and say, oh, I'm trans. Whether, like, he gives it to me, like, for real. But then he also gives me that he'll do it just for attention. Like, either way, it seems like it can be done. But
he seems very how can I say? I don't.
Fluid?
It's not feminine.
Fluid.
Fluid perhaps, but he's very soft. Like, he has no muscle definition. Like, he's very soft. When you look at him, if he turns around, right? If he turns around, he looks like the average Mexican girl, square shape, no booty. But he's his like skin and his legs when he's standing there. I saw pictures of him by a pool. His physique is very feminine. In my opinion, looks like he's never lifted a dumbbell his entire life. Right. So he's very, so it's not a stretch. I wouldn't be, listen, we got Caitlyn Jenner. So, that's something I would have never in a bajillion years. I mean, I know Bruce Jenner hated the Kardashians, but I thought that's as far as it went. I didn't know he wanted to be a Kardashian.
Yeah. But Miss 6'9", she is definitely, like, she definitely gives me special lady and a very exciting girl.
And a very exciting girl. Okay. Did you hear, Lily? Did you hear, before we keep talking about the gossip queens, let's talk about some other gossip queen. Did you hear Tasha K lost the appeal? She is still set to pay $4 million big ones to Cardi B. Lost the appeal. Ouch.
There is no ouch. There is no ouch.
How do you not drive off a bridge? Does she have $4 million?
Okay, let's go down the timeline real quick. Let's just.
Yes.
No, I don't think she has $4 million. She was doing very well up until this. She lost the original lawsuit. Okay,
because she has about 1 million followers, right, on YouTube. So she's banking. She got some money.
She was banking, but I don't know if you know the whole timeline.
Mm-hmm.
So she was banking, doing her thing.
Mm-hmm.
She just pulled a lie out of the clear blue sky and put it on Cardi. Cardi sued her. Cardi gave her ample time to back down, which she didn't. The girl clearly had no proof. Cardi's like, look, girl, you have no proof. I'm trying not to sue you. Like, at this point, I'm just suing you for principle, right?
Okay.
And Tasha just kept talking shit. And people was like, girl, for someone who don't got no proof and no evidence, and someone suing you for $4 million, you might want to shut up. Like,
right.
Okay, she loses the suit. Still, she's judged to pay $4 million. Still talking shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi was like, oh, really? Okay. So Cardi went down to the court to get her YouTube wages garnished, which you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've known other YouTubers who have owed money and had their wages garnished. So when she won that, Tasha K picked up in the middle of the night, left her dream home that she had built.
Wait, you mean like if a motherfucking YouTuber is saying something about you that's not true?
Oh, yes.
You can garnish what they're making off your name.
Yes.
Oh, that's real nice to know, because
Yes.
there's a couple rat bastards out there in YouTube land using my likeness, talking about me, saying shit that never happened and is not true, and they still banking off those videos. That's good to know.
And it's causing you emotional distress.
Very much so.
I've seen you crying.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm. I had to wipe a few tears.
Yes, very stressed about it. Actually, I spoke to an entertainment attorney earlier today for another case that I have to tell you about behind the scenes, which is juicy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we love the tape.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, that's what happened. You can get the wages garnished. So when she realized that she was going to get her wages garnished, then because she was not only was she talking shit, the shit that she was talking was, I ain't paying her shit, I ain't she was going in. This is after losing, after being the trial. I don't know if you followed the trial was a mess. Her husband threw her under the bus, they was throwing each other under the bus. It was like, and
is she still with her husband?
Yes. And this is what she said when she got caught, like when she was backed into a corner. You know what she said? Why she did it?
What?
She said she did it for entertainment and that Cardi was rich enough to afford therapy.
Oh, no.
And this is like, and I don't know if you remember the rumor that she said about the girl, but basically
the herpes.
She had herpes. So Cardi was like, every time she would say, like, every time, whether this is true or not, but she was like, every time she would go online and kiss her daughter, people was like, how dare you kiss your daughter with herpes? And but she was going through that, and she said she was getting harassed all the time about that.
That's funny, because the person I'm talking about specifically, this rat bastard, like some of the shit he said about me was some drunk bitch on his channel. And the bitch was literally drunk. But I don't play. I call that bitch's job. Like, I don't play with me, because I got time. Like, don't play with me. Okay. I spoke to her boss. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Okay.
You want the link?
Right. Especially if I don't play with you like that. But these two rat bastards got together. He did. Very, very popular YouTuber. Got a drunk bitch up there to say some shit about me. Pulled someone else in that I've never met in my life. And motherfuckers from that stream are still telling me things like in my comments about that specific stream. Right. So I'm like, all right, I got some phone call to make. So that's good information. Thank you, Lily. This is why I love you. That's why I love it. So long story long, you have to watch what the fuck you say about people, especially when it's not true.
Right.
Now, if it's something you can prove, or something they said themselves, or something that's out in the world and you're just pasalo, and you're just gossiping about the situation, that's different. But people who maliciously say shit that never happened and pull other innocent people into it, everybody's coming for you, including me. Everybody's coming for you. You can't do that. So if those are the details of the Tasha K thing, then good for her. Pay up, bitch.
Oh, and she did that too. She brought in innocent people to try to back up her story. It was a mess. It was the same type of situation.
$4 million. So she spent how many years building up her YouTube channel and monetizing all kinds of gossip, and now, bitch, you owe $4 million. When all you had to do is shut the fuck up. Because I did hear that Cardi was telling her to take it down.
She told her to take it down several times. Like, just take it down and I'll drop the suit. And Tasha was just, I watched the whole thing. Like, this girl is delusional. Like, she taunted that woman. She taunted Cardi, knowing she was lying and knowing she was wrong. That's how sick these people are on these apps these days. And it comes down to, at this point, it comes down to attention to me. Like, she was willing to put her career and her channel and her money on she had to pick up and move to Africa in the middle of the night.
Yes, somebody mentioned that in the chat that she moved to Africa, probably to get away from it.
Yeah, because that's the way she emptied out all of her accounts and moved to Africa.
Kareem ain't believing it. Kareem is like, she ain't got no damn $4 million.
Yeah, I don't believe she has $4 million. I believe she was doing well prior to, but she had to downsize and everything. And then her channel is not doing as well, because the thing is, they can still garnish the wages from whatever. Like, if she does a video right now, they can garnish those wages. So I noticed she stopped uploading as much and she started pushing stuff to her app. But you don't have as many followers.
Well, she better work harder.
Mm-hmm.
And now she has to be on YouTube 24 hours a day to make that money up. Jeez.
She can do one of them sleeping videos, like the ones when people watch you sleep.
Yeah,
make money in her sleep.
She could OnlyFans it. Well,
I don't think nobody. I don't know about that part. Have you?
I'm just
seen
trying to.
I know, but I don't know if that did anything for her. Just saying, she's not the easiest
on the eye. She looks like an auntie who drinks wine.
Yeah, like real country ratchet. Country ratchet.
Right. East Grabble said he got beat up in Speedos. I don't know what those little shorts were he was wearing. I don't know what somebody said it was Fenty shorts. I don't know.
Not Fenty shorts. I live.
Right.
You all are horrible people and I love it.
Dwayne Rhodes, great question. Did Tekashi grow up with strong male figures to give him guidance? Absolutely not. Actually, a couple days ago, he was drunk at the baseball game and they were asking him about, it was Puerto Rico versus Mexico baseball. And he was saying that because, Tekashi is half Puerto Rican, half Mexican.
I didn't know about the Puerto Rican part. I knew about the Mexican part.
Right. Because he claims Mexican. He doesn't claim Puerto Ricans. Right.
That's why I didn't know.
Right. So he was like, they asked him about the game or whatever, Puerto Rico. And he was like, he was drunk and belligerent. So he was like, no, I don't claim Puerto Rico. My father was Puerto Rican. He left me. Fuck Puerto Rico. Like, my mother raised me. She's Mexican. I'm Mexican. So I was like, okay, get how you live, baby. Do what you got to do to heal and to deal with the loss. Do what you got to do.
Yeah. Wow.
So no, he didn't grow up with strong male figures, obviously.
Oh no.
But he didn't even have to say that in that video that his dad wasn't present for me to know. His dad was not present. He acts like someone whose dad wasn't present. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, no, I never would hear anything about his dad ever. Like I would hear about the family a lot, but it was always, he's close with the mother and his brother. Him and his brother are like this. His brother is extremely smart, like genius smart.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Haran DeMarco says, hi, Haran. He says, 69 built like he smokes hookah, like a boss broad after brunch.
Right. That build is bad, baby.
Yeah, I was like, why is he shaped like, and I don't know if he just started, and he was in a sauna. Get out the sauna, hit the weights. What are you doing in the sauna?
Get you a BBL, girl. Just do like the rest of the girls and get you a nice little BBL and call it a day.
Oh, my God.
Head on down to the DR.
Yep, love, you got it. You got the right name, love. George Cook said an idea bulb just went off. What you got cooking, George Cook? What you got cooking?
I know, George. Oh, thank you, Chess Topics, for that prediction. I approve this message.
Kareem says, did you hear Hassan Campbell's channel got deleted? I don't know who Hassan Campbell is.
You don't know who that is?
No, I don't know a lot of these cats, man. You know, some people be like, oh, who that? I really don't know who these cats is because I make it my point not to know or scroll or get involved with it. Look, I've experienced the ratchet and the dusties on YouTube, okay? Sherelle, hi, mama. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Child, that Hassan is the dusty of all dusties.
For real? What did you say? You approved a comment. Chess Topic said what?
Oh, he said, I would like to make a prediction about this show, Gem on the Block with Gem. Mm-hmm. It says it will blow up and become larger than TMZ. Remember, I told you this. This is fire. We approve it.
Put it out in the universe, baby.
Right. We approve this message right here. Love it.
Because TMZ got lame as fuck, if you ask me. I used to watch TMZ, none no more.
Me too. It just really it fell off because you can tell how in tune and how ingrained they are in these people's lives, and how the stories are just so like fed and manipulated at this point. They're totally in bed with the celebrities now. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God, did you notice? Like they literally, if someone has a leak, right? And you contact them and they're in with that celebrity, they won't run the story and then they'll tell that celebrity. And also they promote certain people on purpose. So it just got like, now you can tell it just got super, super corny. So I stopped watching it. I was like, get out of here. George Cook said she can set up a GoFundMe account and her judgment and legal fees covered. You talking about Tasha K?
Mm-hmm.
$4 million GoFundMe? That's not gonna happen. She's not like that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she's not. She's not the people's champion. It's like, here's the thing. There's so many gossip channels online on YouTube. Like even what we do here, there's so many channels that it's like it's hard to fall in love with one particular character. But if you were gonna fall in love with a particular character, Tasha K ain't it.
Yeah, but I will say some of her fans are fucking delusional as hell.
Well, ain't that everybody's fans?
That's true.
Lily.
I wonder when
everybody's fans.
How do these people get like this? Like my mind doesn't, the way my mind works, it doesn't process it well. Yeah, we're gonna put this one out. Hassan is Puerto Rican.
George said he was talking about me. You were talking about me, my legal fees?
And that's a good one.
Account and her judgment and legal fees covered?
That's true. Lisa said if she files bankruptcy, it'll go away. That's why I was wondering why she didn't do that.
I think if that worked in her case, wouldn't she have been done it?
Right. I would have thought she would have done it. There has to be a reason why she didn't, because it seemed like from what I was seeing, that was the most drastic move to pick up from your dream home. Because I remember her getting that house built and how important it was. And she picked up in the middle of the night and moved to Africa. So I'm pretty sure that was the last ditch effort. I'm pretty sure she exhausted all means, both for picking up and moving to Africa.
Right. I mean, hey, I saw her in the little African garb. I thought it was cute. She got the hell out of Dodge.
Baby, stop taking my money and getting on.
Love is hilarious. Love says his dad got to be Spaniard because 69's body is crazy. But that's the average Mexican female body.
It is.
His shape. That's unless they rock that BBL. Hassan is Puerto Rican. I don't know who that is. I'll search the.
Child, we still ain't got down to the bottom of if Hassan is Puerto Rican or just Hassan is the one who said that he was molested by African Barbada, but kept going around. Like he was like, oh, I was molested by African Barbada, but they was like, but you was with them up until you was in your 20s. So when did you stop?
Oh, okay. So, all right. See, I remember the story of the guy that was accusing Africa Bambaataa, but I never knew that guy went on and got a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know I only remember that story from many, many years ago. I didn't know he continued and it's like, hey, I'm a podcaster now.
And blew up as a podcaster.
Oh,
but
shit.
Is a mess. Like when I say a delusional, like you not missing anything. He would drive, like he would make your head blow up. I know he would make your head blow up because he is just so delusional. Like
I can't take too much of this. My brain.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Like I have more patience or whatever, but with him, I can't even get through like 2 minutes of his videos because it's so put on. It's like, who are you? Do you know who you are?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Hit the like button. Listen to Dawn Lavon, my friend. Don Lavon says TMZ seems to be in partnership with the Kardashians and that Cash Me Outside girl.
I'm about to say, seems to be. They've been in bed with
every time they're on, they either talking about the Kardashians or the Cash Me Outside girl. So when people were like, oh, she came out of nowhere and made 50 million on OnlyFans, I was like, do you understand she had the best press ever. TMZ was running her name every single night. They would have forgot about that girl after Dr. Phil. But TMZ, I was like, are they getting half of her OnlyFans? Because this
Right.
isn't making sense. Like the way they used to talk about this girl, and she wasn't a celebrity or singer. I know she did that 2-bit rap nobody cared about, but she wasn't an actress. She wasn't dating celebrities. She wasn't. And every single night, TMZ was running her name right next to the Kardashians, the most famous bitches in America. Right after her, they would mention Catch Me Outside girl. So I was like, are these motherfuckers getting half of that OnlyFans money? Some's not adding
They're
up.
getting something. They're getting something. There's something in that. There's a deal there.
Gotta be.
It has to be, because the thing is, TMZ knows their leverage. They know their pull. So it's like buying advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
She either bought advertisement or they worked out some type of contractual deal. The same way Kardashians, they are in when it comes to media. They're losing it. They don't have as much pull as they once did. It's starting to fade.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people don't watch it like before.
Mm-mm.
Everybody's watching this. Everybody's watching
Right.
YouTube.
Right. They want real
YouTube.
people now.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think YouTube is the space. This is what I say. I don't think YouTube is the space for like the A-list celebrities, because people aren't really interested in them in that way.
They don't revere them that way. They're not like gods on YouTube. They're not.
No.
It's like everybody can get it here. How are you creating anarchy? What's up, beautiful lady or ladies? I don't know how many of you are together. I think it's just the one. But hello, ladies. How are you? How's your YouTube channel going? What's on? Y'all don't pull up for Freaky Friday. What's going on?
Oh yeah.
Love says Tasha K is the new black KKK. She's always disrespecting Latinas. Well, hey, now she got to pay $4 million. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
She has bigger fish to fry than.
I guess I'll be disrespecting Latinas too if I owe your ass $4 million.
Then there's that. Yeah, she has every right to be mad AF.
Okay,
She has every fucking right.
Every chance I get.
She might as well, because she owes the money. She might as well go ham now.
Right. I owe you nothing now.
Right. George Cook said, I'm sorry, George, the comments are going fast. The GoFundMe was about Tasha K. Jen, when you were talking about your haters on YouTube, you should sue those motherfuckers back to the Stone Age. Oh, trust. I'm on calls already. I got off a call today. I'm not playing with these motherfuckers. And they got money, and they got a bigger following than me.
Yeah.
Pay me, bitch. You want to talk about me and make shit up?
Yep.
Okay.
Pay me for my pain.
And I got time. That's what's funny about these cats. Like I got time. I got time to do it.
Right.
And I actually enjoy this shit. So okay. I got time. You better ask about me. I be on the phone with people.
So, I mean,
on the phone with them people.
How do we get here? Like, when did we get here when men think it's okay to gossip like women about women? Now, okay, let's think about this. I understand barbershop talk. I get that. I think men should have their spaces, like, their channels.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But like, barbershop talk.
Mm-hmm.
But like when they start crossing over into this, it's just like, what is this? This is kind of weird. This is awkward. I don't know what to do with this.
I mean, we saw it with, thank you for that comment, Rod. That's just funny as hell. He said, I don't listen to them bozos, grown man pillow talking. We saw that recently. We discussed before with Ciara, where it was men lighting up the timelines. Yeah, women joined in like, she's a Christian. Why is she wearing that dress? Right? We saw some women saying that, but the ones that went ham were the men. And I said, if someone were to tell me, 10 years ago, listen, one day you're going to scroll these timelines and it's going to be nothing but men gossiping like a bunch of bitches about some pop star's dress, I would have said, he's lying. Men are not going to do that. Men are not going to devolve to being some gossipy pillow talking bitches. No, they're not. And lo and behold, 2023, it was weeks on a freaking chick's dress. Dress.
That's insane.
On a dress. On a dress. These dudes are going ham about a dress. A woman was wearing a dress.
My brain can't handle it. Like, what is this?
Oh my god.
Like, this, like, I can't even imagine any of the men in my family getting online and just doing that. Like, I just don't understand.
For real love, she did a Black versus Latina months ago. Well, she knows that that's clickbait as fuck. Like the Black women versus Latina women is a huge clickbait, and I've been meaning to do one, but you know, I got a fucking long list of topics I've been meaning to do.
We can add it to the topics.
We can add it for sure, for sure, for sure. And then we can have a nice, honest dialogue. I've been invited to other channels where they did that Black and Latina thing, but it was too vitriolic. I wanted to, you know, do it the way we do all our talks here, like honest conversation, honest questions, honest answers where nobody's being judged because they thought a thing or disagree with a thing. So I want to do it here, and I'm going to do it right. I'm not going to do it like the other channels have been kind of like setups where they have like 4 snarling Black women and then they invite me and I'm like, kumbaya? No? Oh,
No.
no.
Right.
No. Okay. Fuck you, bitches.
Right.
Then. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a free for all, right? Because I could go there too. But that's not what I want to, that's not what I want for that conversation, because I think we can have an honest conversation about stereotypes and what we thought, whether it's about dating or love or living in a neighborhood or hair, you know what I mean, or bodies, or, you know what I mean? I want to have that open dialogue in that conversation. And I don't, you know, I refuse to let it devolve to some Latina versus Black, because I'm like, I don't need that. If I wanted to do that, I would have been did that. But I don't need to do that. This isn't my, you know, some people are on YouTube and it's like do or die for them. It's like, I gotta be controversial. I gotta get this money, this YouTube. I'm good. I enjoy this actually. And I enjoy opening people up to different ways of looking at things. I know how to be a ratchet ass bitch if I wanted to be.
Yeah, we can pull that out every now and then. And you know, another hot topic that I think we will be qualified to, I know we're qualified to do this one, is cis and trans having a dialogue, because you see there's a lot of division and a lot of bubbling, and you and I, we have these conversations behind the scenes. We don't understand what the fuck the problem is, right? But you know, bring these bitches together and like, listen, y'all figure it out. Like, what's the tea? Like, it ain't that deep. Like, it's hard out here for everybody. Like, let's just it for any woman, for cisgender, transgender woman, it's hard. You're a woman, you present as a woman, you are not safe. So it's best that we band together. We have it shouldn't be no damn issues. Like, you know,
it's so you know, it simplifies it, but it's the doggone truth. And we're all going through something. It's hard out here for everybody. Everybody's going through something. Doesn't matter if you're cis, trans, straight, gay, yellow, blue, purple, black, white, green, orange. Unless you're part of that 1%, you're dealing with something.
Yeah.
You are dealing with something, and you're dealing with it on a daily basis. It is a daily grind. It is a daily fight. You just got to find your tribe, because they will keep you going. They will keep you going when you're down. So that's my advice to people. But we're all going through some shit. We're all going through. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down.
Calm down, right? Grab your issues, right? And work on your issues.
Right.
Hey, Creative Anarchy podcast. I don't know which one's there, but shout out to you both.
Yes. They got to come back up. You girls got to combine a Freaky Friday with your little freaky selves. Creating Anarchy said, you must be doing something right, Jen. Oh, it's China. Hi, China. For real, because I'm like, I'm just a little old YouTuber, and I got all these big YouTubers coming after me. Hi.
I know, it's funny. Whenever I put your name in, it's like all this free advertisement pops up.
Do you see? Like, they are on the kid. They are on the kid.
And then the thumbnails they use is like, oh, it's so like, I'm like, you all are such just, you have nothing better to do with your life.
I'm like, motherfucker, use a nice picture, but they gotta try to like distort my face.
Right.
And it's like, motherfucker, you wish. I was like, Yeah. Yeah.
You're
Like,
gonna find anything.
I seen a couple of these.
Yeah.
I've seen them with the red eyes. I've seen them. I've seen them. And I say, get my name right. Long as when they throw my name in there, your stupid ass attach something to it. Great,
That's
great.
it. I
Because
love it.
you wouldn't be talking about me if I wasn't a force, bitch. Okay, that's why
Right.
y'all talk about me. Okay, you don't
Right.
talk about people that you don't worry about. Um, George Cook, no, I wasn't on the Joe Rogan show, but he's one of my favorite
Me
podcasters. So
too.
I went out and got me the damn T-shirt.
Yes, I love Joe.
Yeah,
We got two Joes
for
that we
real,
love.
China, for real, China. They doing me for it's free marketing, free press. Where I pump their little brakes at is when they start lying. Don't
Yeah.
lie. You could talk about me all day, and I don't like her. She did. She masculine. She fit. You can say whatever you want about me, but when you get the lying, but you know how that song goes. When the hate don't work, they start telling lies.
Yep.
That you can't do it, and you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Then I have an issue. But they could talk about me all day. Oh, she did. She did.
Yeah.
Eh.
I don't care what people say about me, like you said, as long as it's the truth, because I'm human. I do a lot of shit, say a lot of shit. You might not like some of the shit I say. It's okay. You have a right to your opinion. You have a right to all of that. You have a right to be racist and phobic and all these things. You have a right to all that.
Mm-hmm.
Just leave me the fuck alone.
Right, George. That's the goal. I'm gonna be on there. Watch and see.
Oh
Get
yes.
on there with Joe Rogan.
I
Mwah.
love me some Joe Rogan show.
Yeah, I like the Joe Rogan. Should be long as hell though. Should
I
be long.
know. I have to watch them in pieces.
Mhm.
Uh-oh, hold on. There we go. I have to watch it in pieces.
So what would you think? What would you think about like all the guys that are doing these shows, right? Initially, they started out like as podcasters, but then it took a turn and it just became very, very gossipy, like the lady gossip shows, like The View, right? Or The Talk or Wendy Williams. Like, you really can't tell the guys apart anymore from the ladies that are doing the same thing. And I love the comment someone left earlier from the barbershop to the microphones, but I'm like, I don't even think at the barbershop it was this bad.
Oh no.
Or was it? The men can vouch. The men can vouch. I've been a barbershop maybe once or twice with my grandbaby or like with my dad or something like that, but I didn't frequent barbershops. The environment you see on YouTube, can you gentlemen vouch? Is it the same environment that was in the barbershop? Was it this bad? Did you guys argue each other down about a woman's dress on a red carpet? Was it
Oh,
this bad?
no. That was not happening. I grew up in barbershops and when I shaved my head, all that other stuff. So it was always hyper masculine, which is one of the reasons why it was too masculine for me. It was too, as much as I love to be around masculine energy, as much as I love men, it was too masculine. It was too much, and it was their environment, and I felt like they needed that space. Like I felt like that's important. I feel like it's important for men to have their male spaces and women to have theirs, and so. Yeah, no, it didn't like sound or look like that at all. I would have never, ever.
Mhm.
Now, I can imagine because the way the world has turned, a lot of these
Mhm.
guys who go to these barbershops follow these people. So I'm pretty sure these have now spilled into the barbershops. Now, can I hear that? Can someone tell us is it
Mhm.
like that now in the barbershop? Because it wasn't like that.
Um, Simeon said, "No, these are nerds from high school."
No, not all of them. No.
Adam Hearn says it's the platform and application of YouTube that mutates the barbershop talk to what you see now.
Ooh.
Pandemic was also a, I guess, factor. Maybe
Yeah,
you
it
saying.
was a factor because well, a lot of these I was just about to say some of them are not nerds turned podcasters, they're rappers turned
Mhm.
podcasters, you know. And so yeah, we weren't getting booked. So everybody
Mhm.
started because you remember prior to the pandemic, those A-listers, those rappers, those people, they look down on YouTubers. Oh, they're just a YouTuber. They're just a YouTuber. You don't have to listen to them.
But you notice rappers are infamous for looking down on a lot of shit that they now do. Acting, singing, podcasting. Rappers have always looked down on shit that they all ended up doing and now are breaking their necks to do. Singing, acting,
Right.
dancing, podcasting. Rappers are a good, interesting breed of folks.
Okay, see, sign me on. That's how I feel. He says, no, talking shit is different from gossiping. Exactly. They used to just talk shit, like men, shoot the breeze and talk men stuff. That's what I remember the barbershop to be.
Don said, well, unlike now, what was said in the barbershop stayed in the barbershop. Now it's on YouTube. I think that's plays a huge factor, and that's a big difference where we didn't really much hear what men talked about in the barbershop. It was what happened in the barbershop, right? Also, even in the home, right? Women were always like little hens in the home, right? But when the men came home, you didn't hear the conversations that those men had in the barbershops. And I think that's the difference today. Where it's like when the men came home, they were the man in the house. But women were always women. At the salon, we're the same. At home, we're the same. At brunch, we're the same. But men are now exposing all that barbershop talk. So now it's looking, equivalent to what women do. Where before I'm sure our dads talk shit around other guys at the barbershop. But when they came home, they weren't cackling hens. They weren't gossipy. They were strong and silent. Right. So I think that's the difference. That's what's happening now, where everybody wants to be. And someone mentioned before, everybody wants to have that first piece of gossip, even if it's wrong. And Denzel Washington said that you don't even care if you're right. You just want to be first.
Right.
You don't even care if you're right. You don't care if you got the name right. You don't care if you got the incident right. You just want to be first to throw it on your timeline so everybody could come and like, oh, look what happened. So they could come to you. So, the future looks bleak.
It is. But when you said that, it made me think about something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. Mm-hmm. We're not supposed to hear everyone's opinions, every group's opinions all the time. Some things are meant for the kitchen table, for real, right? Mm-hmm. And we're living in a day and age where nothing stays at the kitchen table anymore, right? And everyone can't handle all information. Everyone can't process all information.
Correct.
Everyone's not mentally mature or emotionally mature to be able to, and I'm going to give some examples here, right? We can go with the race and the phobias, and all that other stuff. And I'm like, well, people were racist and they were transphobic and they were bigots, but we just didn't know who they were because they didn't have platforms. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And now these same people not only have platforms, but they have followers and minions to do their bidding as well. And I look and see, like, that's the unnatural part of this whole situation. We know too much about what each other's thinking or views. But then it goes even past that because now it was once that, but now I don't even believe most of these people's views or what they say their views are. They're just trying to get views.
Oh, somebody said that earlier on my Facebook, and they worded it so eloquently, but they were basically saying the same thing, how the people that are outraged are not really outraged. The people that are mad are not really mad. They just want to be in the conversation. And this is why I don't take people seriously when they come at me like, she said nigga. She said, nigga, we mad. I'm like, no, the fuck you're not mad. You just want to have something to talk about. That's why I don't take them seriously and they try to intimidate you like, oh, you said, we gonna tell people you said, please go tell them. Get my fucking name right, bitch. Like, I give zero fucks. Y'all are not really mad. Y'all are not incensed. Y'all are not, you just trying, it's like the oppressed trying to oppress is what it is. The oppressed trying to oppress. And like I said, you don't go up. You go sideways, right? And who's gonna be next to you? Somebody black or somebody brown. So you go sideways to play that oppression shit. And I'm like, you're not gonna oppress me, honey. You're not gonna oppress me, right? Especially not at this age.
Hello, not at this age. and not through the things we've survived, baby, you don't stand a chance over here. Go sit down somewhere.
But they said that on my Facebook, and I was like, that shit's so true. Like, these people aren't even outraged; they're not even mad, and that's why it's like a conveyor belt of bullshit. And it goes so fast. Like, I'm already seeing, like, if you go to like No Jumper and Vlad TV, this Tekashi 6ix9ine thing just happened. It's all the way damn near at the bottom because there's like 50 things that happen after that thing happened. Where back in the day, Tekashi would have been on the news for like 3 months. Like, oh my God, this happened. Now there's like 50 stories. Saweetie said this. Little Nas X said this. This one said Drake said this. Like, it goes so fast now that outrage is like, it's like a fart.
Right. And that's another thing too with being an artist now. It's like you put so much work into a project only for it to be buried in like 5 minutes. And so it makes you, if I was a recording artist, I wouldn't want to do a full project either. That's why Rihanna keep trying to, indirectly tell you to kiss her ass. That's why she just went up there and just directly told you to kiss her ass at the Super Bowl. But, I suspect that's the reason why she hasn't given us an album. She's like, for what?
Yeah,
Legacy, I mean, it's good.
See, and that's so silly with Rihanna, because I'm like, people don't understand levels. People don't understand elevation. She is a billionaire. Like, you don't understand that she has a very successful lingerie company, clothes company, makeup company, skincare company. Like, evolve. She's a mommy now. Maybe she don't want to go in nobody's fucking studio for 12 songs and go on tour and beat up her body and her mind on off flights, hotel rooms. Maybe she just want to chill with her children and her $1 billion and her man.
Right. Like, what don't you all understand about that? Like, it's just that simple. You work hard. This is the point, you all. This is the point that you all don't understand. The point of working and elevating is this. You work hard in the beginning, and the more you climb, the more money you make, and the less you work. That's the fucking goal of life.
Hello.
Okay?
Hello.
She's reached it.
Right.
And anybody who's ever been on tour, it is one of the most grueling things to your body, to your mind, to your health. People don't understand. It is so grueling. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to do it if I didn't have to do it either.
Yep. Haranza Marco. What's up, family? He says, what you are all referring to is called the democratization of media, or the removal of filters regarding information. Every voice isn't beneficial. All info isn't useful. There are no secrets. Well, shit, the problem is that everybody got their mouth open.
Right.
Chess Topic says the Buddha defined gossip as speech that is untrue, unbeneficial, and unendearing to others. The Red Table Talk. Miss Ruth said the Red Table Talk effect. Don Levon said almost everyone on social media wants to be oppressed and angry. They can fuck
everybody
off.
Everybody's marginalized, Jen.
Every single person. I'm talking about even white women are like,
oh, I got one for you. I forgot to tell you this.
I baked a muffin and you shamed me.
Oh no, there's a commercial in Atlanta, in Georgia, with like white people talking about how they feel oppressed because being white, yes, that they can't say certain things and that they feel, oh, I gotta find it for you. It's real. No, it's real. It happened. It's happening. It's here right now. Yeah, it's a whole commercial. It's on television. And they're like explaining about their oppression, their white oppression.
Dwayne Rose said, microwavable society we live in. People have an attention span like a kitten chasing a butterfly. Ain't that the truth?
Very, very true.
Yeah. So when we look at these men's are men the new gossip queens? I say yes. I say yes, because it goes beyond. Before, it used to be about reporting what's going on in hip hop, who's dropping an album, the history of hip hop, shit like that, and what have you, right? Who's in a film, blah, blah. But now these dudes are literally gossiping about each other back and forth. There's always a beef. I'm talking about there's a beef multiple times a day, every day. What academics said about this one, what Joe Budden said about this one, what was said on Drink Champs, what Vlad TV said. First, everybody hated Vlad TV and he was coming up off of black culture. Now everybody's back over there sucking his nuts. Like, it's like every single day there's this fake outrage. I think it was Godfrey and somebody else was, let's boycott Vlad TV. Everybody's right the fuck over there because everybody wants to eat and they don't give a fuck about what your little outrage is for 24 hours, knowing damn well, let me qualify the statement, knowing damn well the shit that you barking about Vlad TV, if another white man who is racist offered you $20 million for a movie or a Netflix special, you'd bend over. You would bend over. So it's like, so that's why it's funny when they're like, don't listen to Black TV, he racist, and he using black people for the come up. If that motherfucker offered you $20 million to bend over, your ass would bend the fuck over and hand them the Vaseline like this. You'd be like, you got it, baby. You'd hand him the Vaseline. That's what the fuck you would do. Don't play with me with that shit. They try to get you all riled up like, you look racism. That motherfucker dropped 20 mil, 10 mil, shit, a fucking $10,000. You'd be bending over for that white man. Stop the cap.
And Vlad don't even pay. They go on there for views. Vlad don't pay, baby. He let you know, I ain't paying y'all niggas. I'm Vlad, bitch.
Vlad, bitch. And if you notice, Adam 22 from No Jumper is doing the same exact thing. He's doing the same. That's how seriously these white men don't take you. All that he's racist, do that. They did the same shit to Joe Rogan. Yeah, look, he said nigga. Oh my God. It's like they do not care. Matter of fact, the apologies be press. The apologies just be more press. It's like, oh, look, he said this. Everybody's mad. Oh, look, he apologized. Everybody, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a constant press, a constant chasing of the monster, of feeding the machine. Hey, Katie.
She's obsessed with. Come on, you just not gonna be happy.
That's like, that's like the bodega cat.
Yeah. Black. I always say it's not a bodega if the cat is not on the produce.
Right.
That is not a bodega.
It's not a bodega.
Oh my God.
Oh shit. E Scrapple said 20 million. Hell yeah. No Vaseline.
No Vaseline.
Okay.
A little bit spit.
A little bit. Keith Davis said they still stuck in Adam 22 and Vlad nuts. Hell yeah. Look in them comments. Look in them comments on Adam 22 of Vlad TV. All right. It ain't a bunch of white folks in there. It is not a bunch of white folks in there. Don't get them confused with Joe Rogan. You want to see where the white folks is at? Go to Joe Rogan. You want to see where the black folks is at? Go to Adam 22, No Jumper, or Vlad TV. That's where the urban society is. Right up underneath Vlad's nuts and under Adam 22's nuts. And Adam 22 is doing the same thing Vlad is doing because he's seen Vlad. He was like, oh, there's money over there. Yep. So these Negroes just gonna come up and just tell on everybody and tell on themselves, and we're gonna have clips.
Because you listen to Vlad, it really do sound like an interrogation from the FBI. It is the funniest. I'd be like, this is crazy, and you all are just telling it all.
And then they'll be in the comments like, he a fed, Vlad is a fed, and you in the comments.
You're here.
You in the comments.
Again. Yeah, you're here again today, sir. Back in the comments.
Like, I wouldn't even, it's like, yeah, okay. Getting canceled is not but a commercial.
It really is.
An ad. It's an ad for your business.
Because at this point, it's like, it only strengthens your brand. If somebody wants to cancel you, that means you're saying something so outrageous. Mm-hmm. And, people love people to say things outrageous. So
NYA said Vlad does pay. Boozy just talked about getting $40K when he did the podcast. Maybe because Boozy gets a lot of views over there. Boozy's like a big deal on Vlad.
He is. He's and that's plausible because the two that was like really that blew up Vlad was Boosie and Lord Jamar. Mm. And then Lord Jamar is the one who fell out with him because of the Louis Farrakhan thing. And Vlad doubled down on all of it.
And did anybody go running and listen to Lord Jamar and be like, I'm not listening to Vlad no more. They came right back. They were probably fake mad for 24 hours and went right
That's,
back to see who was self snitching on Vlad the next day.
that's exactly how it went. And now you got Lord Jamar kind of disappointed with certain friends of his that ended up right back over there.
Yeah, but
why are you
I think
surprised?
Lord Jamar also, he's in my opinion, he embellishes too. He embellishes, like he is like, are you really mad? Or are you really mad?
He's so God, he's so difficult. I can't. There's another one I can't watch. He's so difficult to
Yes.
watch.
I'm like, shut the fuck. None of you are this deep. None of you are philosophers. None of you are this fucking deep. Men like that are far and few in between. They're far and few in between. It's not everybody with one of these. Like, just stop. Just stop. Lord Jamar, calm down. Slow down. That's
Right.
that's what you need to do. Slow down.
Right. Just slow down, baby. What's the other one? It's one on my playlist by them. Slow Down is on my playlist, and oh God, what is it? It's like, Don't Let It Go to Your Head.
Don't let it go to your head.
No.
No.
Yeah, that song is. Oh my God, I love that song.
Ed Miller said, wait, why, where, what? Wait, where are the 80 up in arms for Joe Rogan hitting his wife? Joe Rogan hit his wife? You sure it was Joe Rogan? You're not confusing him with, is it Dane, that guy from the UFC? Are you confusing
Yeah,
him with,
because I've
I don't
never
think
heard
that,
that.
yeah, I don't think that was Joe Rogan. That was that other guy. What's the guy's name from the UFC? The Trump supporter dude? I forgot his name, dude.
Yeah, I don't.
Chat, who is it? Chat, Dana something, some shit.
Dana White.
Yeah, him. Yeah, he's the one that slapped his wife around.
Somebody said you cannot fight the power when you are a part of the machine.
Sizzle. What's up, POP darling? He says Vlad was interviewing more rappers and gang members at first, and after the outrage, he just brought in who he interviews. His brand wasn't affected. Nah, Vlad is doing good over there. Vlad is doing well. Simeon said because they love their zaddy.
So hold on, and let me get this straight. The two biggest hip hop podcasts are white guys,
Yes.
and whose fault is that? I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that
So
alone.
he say Lord Jamar got a law. He got a big mountain to climb. Okay,
Right,
big mountain to climb.
a big one just to
We
get
wish him.
half
We
of
wish
that.
him the best. We wish him
Of
well on that fight.
course, of
Fight the power
course.
that be, baby. Fight the power that be.
Oh yeah,
Dana left and right. Yeah, Dana right. They slap. They slap. You could tell them too. Dana White and his wife. You could tell they slap each other around on a regular.
oh yeah.
They looked very comfortable slapping each other around.
That's what Chad and Evelyn gave me.
Yo, Haran. He just completed the trilogy. Vlad TV, Adam 22, and Haran just reminded me the leader of the Black Manosphere is a racist white woman. It's Miss Bessie.
Right, we forgot about her. It don't get this stuff writes itself. Like we can't make this up.
Miss Bessie the Burley things, is telling all the black men what they need in their life now. Miss Burley things, Miss Bessie.
All the black kings.
Miss Bessie gonna tell you black kings what you need now, you hear? You just gotta pay good attention. Now you know I'm some good white folk, don't you?
I
Just sit
mean,
down
you
and
can't
listen.
make this shit up. Like
How could you not laugh? How could you not laugh at this? Okay. But your issue is the Latina on YouTube that said nigga in a song. Like, if y'all don't kiss my Puerto Rican ass.
right.
No, say man, Burley, Miss Burley thing. Shit, that bitch is burly as fuck. She look like a Green Bay Packer. Miss Burley thing is gonna tell the black men what they gonna do with their relationships and their life. Now you sit down, listen to Miss Bessie now. Miss Bessie,
Okay.
good white folk. Don't you cause no trouble with Miss Bessie now. You hear?
Now, okay, with Drink Champs, I like Drink Champs better because it's them telling their stories about their journey. I love
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
That I do love Drink Champs for that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though and it's always good. It's always good 90s tea. You be like, oh my God, like I forgot about that. I remember when that happened. Oh, it's more insight. I remember that story, but now I'm getting a little bit more juice.
Right. You're like, that's why they did that.
Exactly.
Or that's why that happened. No,
Yeah.
now we know.
Yeah, I love the Drink Champs is my hands down fave.
Mm,
And like I said,
yeah.
I could watch Joe Button too, because he's funny.
No, Joe Budden is funny. He's funny.
Yeah.
He's funny. Don Levon said, wait, I just saw a movie trailer. Who's that chick they have playing Donna Summer? What happened to Kelly Rowland? What the fuck?
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be Kelly Rowland.
I guess not. She would have been good for it because she got that face, like that weird face.
Mm-hmm.
POP says Math Hoffa and Drink Champs are very popular hip hop podcasts right now. Yeah. Yeah, but Vlad and Adam
No
22,
joke.
they killing right now.
Yeah, they are hands down.
Jesse Peterson. Adam 22 just have Richard Spencer on. Richard is now woke and loves Joe Biden, apparently.
Okay.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. It's all a circus. Like, I feel like we're all mad here, Alice. We're all mad here, Alice.
I mean, but I just there's just so many things because
I guess that's for you, Ron. Just burly things is not racist. Her ex-boyfriend was black, and she invests in black people in Nigeria. She is also helping King Riches, who is black, British, Nigerian. Well, here's
so if
the
you take
thing.
black dick, you're not racist.
Right. Here's the thing. I mean, I've heard that. I've heard because I've dated black men that doesn't make me an authority. And here, Miss Bessie telling the black men in the manosphere what they need to be doing. And she gets all the praises in the world because it's easier to praise the white folk. Isn't it? They're so special.
That is so crazy to me.
If y'all don't get out of here.
And they really just like lining up and logging in and agreeing and touching and agreeing and hallelujah and shouting and speaking in tongues over Miss Girl. But then want to always yell about okay, like when Kanye was going on his rant. That's why it was difficult, like not difficult for me, but that's why I couldn't pay anyone any attention because it's like, okay, what is your end goal here? What is your end goal? Because there's a lot more immediate things going on before we get to who the real Jews and this and that. You know, like you all can't. We can't even stick together to support a channel free. Like, you know, the subscribe button is free on all of these channels on here.
Speaking of, hit that like and subscribe. Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. It's that easy. But when it comes to them, they find that button.
To Emiratis, you can be sexually attracted to a thing and still loathe the people that thing came from. You do know that this is going to blow your mind, Emiratis. This is going to blow your mind. On slave plantations, white people had sex with the Africans. Oh fuck. Oh shit. I know that's gonna blow your mind, but on plantations, white people that look just like burly things had sex with Africans, and they thought Africans were less than human. They actually called them cattle. They breeded them like cattle, but they had sex with them.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's proof that you can hate a thing, a community, right? And fuck it. Like you can't, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can
you can
two things
obviously
can exist in one place.
Right. You can obviously, and this is a good time for that saying, because that saying annoys me because they stamping it on everything. But this is when two things can be true at the same time. Burly things can be attracted to black men and also think that black people are peons. That is why she talks to y'all the way she does on
And
that
get your
mic
money.
and gets your money. Okay. She's not running around, you know what I mean, talking to large audiences of white folks, is she? No, it's y'all. Right? Easy prey when you're a predator.
Yep.
Chemo, how are you, sir? Salute on the block of Jen. Yes, men are the new gossip queens. Damn shame. Even the men are noticing. Even the men are noticing.
Yeah, so it's not just us, like, thinking this out of our head and like being mean or anything like that. This is observation here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any difference from what they're doing versus what Wendy Williams was doing. I see no difference.
Absolutely.
Even
It is the same thing.
and I don't think people remember how
Mm-hmm.
bad these same men like used to rag on Wendy and clown on her and rap
I
about
remember.
her.
I
Like,
remember.
they hated that woman.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
these same people are turning around doing the same thing.
I remember. Haran DeMarco says, sadly, as long as a black person is chosen by a white hand, said person can never be perceived to be a racist. The need for white validation is disgusting. And I know how Haran talks, so I know how he said disgusting. So many of you need therapy. Honey, that's a whole topic.
Mm, yeah, really.
That's a whole topic. That is a whole topic.
Oh, really? I
Shish
can't believe
kebab.
what I'm reading.
Um, POV, interesting. He says, I'm trying to find out how Burly Things got 1.3 million subscribers. She was like, let me go be the Elvis of the Black Manosphere real quick.
True. That's one of the truest statements I've heard all week.
Yeah, she
She's
was like,
like,
oh, she looked at Kevin Samuels and was like, oh, hold up, that's all it takes. Let me go talk about these black women.
right, that's a good
She
cash
was,
grab over there.
right. She was like, that's all I gotta do is talk about black women ain't shit and women ain't shit. Because meanwhile, she's sitting there looking like a whole fucking Green Bay Packer.
Right.
Okay. Sitting there looking like a whole Green Bay Packer. Looked like she bit her nails down in the nub, greasy hair, no makeup, sitting square as fuck. Okay. In her grandmama dress. But she is going to advise women on what to do with her weird fingers. But you know, the funny thing is, like, why would men stay? Why would men stay if, you know, then you get divorced and then, like, you know, they go to court and then they lose everything, you know? Like, why would that happen with those fucking nubs?
Oh my
Fucking nubs.
God.
Why, you know, why would men, you know, because then they lose everything. Like, you divorce them. So why would they stay with you? Bitch.
How did they come up with this shit? Like, how do they find these people?
Circus. It's a circus. We're all mad here, Alice.
Yes.
Chess Mandingo says men raised by single mothers grows having adopted the behaviors and mannerisms of their mothers. So yes, those particular men have become gossip queens. Do you mean men that were abandoned by their fathers? I think you mean men that were abandoned by their fathers.
And ended up being raised by single mothers.
Kevin Samuels Gold says Storm Thurmond had a black child and he was a staunch racist. Yeah, it's just crazy to me how people really think you can't be racist because it's weird. You can be, anyone can be racist. People hate their own people. People hate their own people. What makes you think that someone of another race is incapable of hating your race just because they run around? It happened on the plantation.
Yeah. I mean, like, but a lot of these manosphere guys, I feel, hate women. They're just attracted to them.
Very
Sexually.
true. Very, very true. Topic as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's going in there, right? I'm going in there right now.
Simeon Hibbert. Hello, Simeon, again. He says in college, white women wanted that black D, but would not take you home to their daddy. Of course not.
Yep.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
Hates women, but
Oh, okay. And Moretti says he is caping for his white prize.
okay.
He said just Burley thinks loves black culture.
All right. That's
You
right.
remember that? Nah, I said Lily, Miss Lily, don't you start no trouble with them good white folk.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, master. I'm sorry, master. Listen.
Miss Burley thinks be good white folk. Don't make it hard for us here, Lily. Don't you make it hard for us. God damn it. I've been out here all fucking day in this hot, scorching sun. Don't you start no trouble with Miss Burley.
Because you know they coming. You know they coming to defend. What? Look at me, a black
They
woman. They
are
be like
they
this.
right, right. If Miss Burley thinks was black, she would have been raked through the coals,
What?
raked. But no, don't you come for that white prize now, yeah?
Yes.
Don't you go start no trouble, Miss Burley. Good white folk, man. Listen,
Oh, okay. So, man, he want to
somebody
try
just looks like a cobweb.
it.
Oh, he getting froggy in the chat.
Yeah, he trying it. It's
He
okay.
getting froggy.
He's cute.
Um, Haran Margaret says most white women who choose black men are fours or fives in the white community. It's easier to date black men as an average or below average white woman. Gorgeous white women usually date rich blacks. That is so
So
true.
true.
So true. And if
I
you look at Miss Burley things, if you look at who her ex is, you're like, yeah, that's your level. Like you're not
right.
gonna go, you're not gonna get a seal, the singer a seal, or you know what I mean, a fucking Idris Elba. You're gonna get that guy, that gamer that you was rolling around with. Adam Hearn says White Kang Destiny is the only man I've seen check Burley.
I don't know who White King Destiny is. You know who he is?
No, I don't. I don't know if that's a white guy or a black guy.
White King.
White Kang. Oh, white guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
They probably love him. Sounds like somebody they love.
Yo no sé. Yo no sé. Yeah, there's always one. He caping in here for Miss Burley. He's like, Miss Burley, good white folk. Miss Burley, good white folk. Don't you start no trouble.
I'm not. I'm listening. Because, honey, he is not having it for his white woman. He said, "Nuh-uh, why is right."
The chat holding us down tonight, though.
Right.
Who's
this?
Who's that? Josue. Who's complaining about white people? I love white people. I have white people on my panel almost every night.
Right. This is like the first night in months.
Right.
Without any colonizers.
I love my whiteys. Don't
right.
even try it. I don't complain about white people because I'm like, they don't do anything to me personally, right? I'm not part of that status quo, that demographic of like the white man getting us. Now, you're going to get these jokes though. Everybody can get these jokes. I got jokes for every race, creed, color, religion. You're going to get these jokes. But no, I don't complain about white people because white people are not my problem.
Ain't nobody my damn problem. Unless you
Right.
personally make yourself my problem, then we can deal with it.
Right.
But
white, no, I'm not that girl. I didn't grow up like that. White people are not my problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone who's been a problem in my life had melanin. Everyone who's been a problem in my life has had melanin.
Okay, so what do you feel about when the people like talk about the proximity thing, right? Because I call cap on that, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have been in many different environments, and unfortunately,
wait, what specifically? So I know.
Oh yeah, let me say specifically when people would make a statement like, "Well, the people I've had issues with, or I've been harassed by, or I've been bullied by, have been people of color or people that look like me." So the next argument, from the pro-black community is always going to be like, well, that's proximity, because they are going to assume because you're black that you only grew up around blacks. And I'm like, no, that's not the case. I've grown up in mixed, multiracial, it's a lot of blacks, a lot of whites, a lot of different other people Then I've lived in all Black areas.
Mm-hmm.
I've never lived in an all white area, but I've lived in half and half.
Mm-hmm.
And when in all of those areas combined, there was one thing that was true, and this is my story, is
Mm-hmm.
that when I was harassed and targeted and all of those things, it was people who looked like me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Each and every time. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't somebody spitting in my face and calling me a nigger. Like that was not my story. It was people who
Right.
looked like me. And that had nothing to do with proximity, you know? It's just that this, what we're talking about now, illustrates it. That there's a
Right.
bigger issue here with how we identify with ourselves and each other. That's the
That.
bigger issue. So that's why I call cap on that proximity thing. When usually they call it when people talk about Black on Black violence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's when they start yelling about the proximity thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's just because we live next to each other.
That don't mean you got to kill each other.
Right. Correct.
I'm
White
just
people
saying.
kill white people too.
Like, child, like, what are you doing?
Let me grab this. Chess Mandingo said, that statement. Do you mean men who abandon their children is disingenuous and wrongly assumes every single mother is single mother because of a neglectful father? So here, let me elaborate. Okay? There is no excuse. This may chip your heart, but there is absolutely zero excuse. If a man can walk, talk, and breathe, that he should leave his child. There's a court system set up, as biased as it may be, for that man to get, at the very least, visitation if he's paying child support. Okay? What's disingenuous about a lot of you men is assuming that a single mother chose to be single. That's what's disingenuous, because no woman wants to volunteer for that struggle. So what's actually disingenuous is you assuming or perpetuating the stereotype that single mothers want to be single because they didn't know how to act. When the majority of the time, it's motherfuckers with friendly dicks, okay, who don't want the responsibility of a child. But there is zero excuse for a man neglecting or abandoning his child. And he can't say, I just can't get along with her, because there's a court system set up. If you go in and prove paternity, you are able to have visitation. If you're paying child support, there is zero excuse. And your excuse cannot be, she get on my nerves, she ain't agreeable, she ain't submissive. So it's disingenuous, again, I'll say it, is for you to continue saying single mother homes when they are father abandoned homes. You want to absolve the father, okay, as if he's not an issue at all. He's just this little victim of the woman and the court system. When a man can fight, I've seen it happen more than once. I've seen men fight for their children and get custody. I've seen men fight and stop paying child support because it was illegal. I had a man up here explain it. So disingenuous is men blaming, men acting like this. Oh, you had to be a single mother. He said, no, his father abandoned him. That is what happens. And the mother has no choice but to survive and raise that child. So pause. Thank you for the super chat, Don Levon. Don Levon says, Jen, you are doing a pretty good Southern accent. Sounds like you just got your freedom papers. I sure did, honey.
Okay.
Let me tell you that if Don is saying that, it's official, because he is as country as cornbread, honey. He is as country as cornbread, though he doesn't like corn. He is as country as cornbread.
We love Don Levon around here.
Yes, we do.
This comment is hilarious. Simeon's last comment. That's funny.
I think it's Simeon.
Simeon.
Because I know another Simeon. That's why. Simeon.
You see it?
What's Simeon starting? Simeon starting shit in the chat. He's like, Jen, where are all these women that are just dying to get child support from men making $45K? Huh?
Like, they just sitting out there. These women are out here, like, like, oh my God, like, I've got to get this up.
Oh, I get it. Sorry, that went over my head. Okay, now I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't listen. If you listen to YouTube, all the women, are dying for them $25 a month. I don't know.
Right. Balling.
Let them tell it. Lord Almighty, let them tell it.
Got red bottoms.
Yeah, but I'll say this. I know the courts are biased. I know that. I had a man up here explain it for 2 hours. I know the courts are biased. I am a woman who's anti child support to the level where it completely destroys a man's life. Okay? I'm not with that at all. I think it is unfucking fair. My point was that there's no excuse for a man to leave his child, and not getting along with his baby mother is not an excuse. Men go to court every day. There are men in court every day like, fuck that bitch, but I got to see my child. That's what I'm talking about. There's no excuse. You don't even have to see her to see your child. You have a mediator. You could pick the kid up at court. Yes, it's convenient. Yes, it's horrible for the child, but it's something that you can do. You don't have to completely abandon and leave.
Right.
Because you're going to affect that child forever. And then they're going to be on a podcast yelling about women ain't shit.
Right.
That's what you're going to do.
Right. And after you had that gentleman on explaining and breaking down every nook and cranny of how to get out of an illegal child support system, the men still don't, they say it's too much work. So it's like, what do you want? Like, what sometimes it's like, what do you want? How do we help you?
Oh, I love this question. Dwayne Rose said, true, keyword fight. Why should a father have to fight? Why would the mother put up resistance? We all know countless stories to irresponsible adults. Well, they got to fight because they fucked the wrong bitch. You see how that works?
Choose better.
You got to pick better. You got to pick better. That's why men got to fight to see their kids. And that's why they're up on child support, because they didn't pick better. You got to pick better. You got to vet. And when you're vetting a woman, you got to look past the fat ass. Because that fat ass knows where the court is. Sorry.
Oh, you said she know where the court is.
The ass knows it. Listen, I've been to family court. Nothing but fat asses in family court.
Some nice bodies up in there.
Peep game. Nothing but fat asses in family court. But y'all go fuck around and find out.
That's how they ended up in there. Them big old asses. He couldn't resist it.
I am not a feminist, Adam Hearn. I'm not. Don't put that on me, okay? I'm pissed off. I couldn't stay home barefoot pregnant and pushing babies out, okay? I am not a feminist. I'm the furthest thing from a feminist. However, you guys got to pick better. Look past the fat ass, or you and that fat ass will be in family court. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking out for y'all. Right. I'm looking out for you. I did a nice stream for y'all for 2 hours, how to get out of paying child support. Y'all still on here complaining.
Right.
Y'all still here complaining to mama. Mama's trying to look out for you. You know what I'm saying? I said it was unfair. I'm just saying pick better.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. It's as simple as this. Simeon says, stop having sex with women you have no intention on marrying or being with. It's real easy, guys. Come on. It's 2023. You got to, you know what I mean? Strap up. Strap up.
It is.
Ryan said, thank God my ugly ass will never have kids. Yo, the chat is on fire. The chat is doing the show tonight.
Right. I'm like living for the chat tonight. I'm all up in it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you going through that. Facts on over feelings. I got a fat ass child support order. Listen, watch my stream. I did a stream a couple months ago about how this guy fixed that whole child support. It is crazy, but you got to put the work in. He put the work in, and he got out of paying child support.
That's a problem. Get into the solution, unless you want to just stay in the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, Dwayne Rhodes. Yeah, there are a lot of women who are, bitter and super immature, and they get in the way of, a father being a father. But unfortunately, humans are going to human, right? And 9 times out of 10, when a man sees a woman, he's just thinking, oh, she's attractive. I'd like to get in between them legs. They don't care to find out what baggage do you have. What's your relationship with your family? If you're estranged from your family, why is that? Why do you feel? What do you feel about religion? What do you feel about politics? Are you nice to waiters? It's little things like that you don't care to find out, and then you find out when her fat ass is walking up them family court steps. That's when you find out. I'm trying to look out for you. Right, all the way to family court. On her cell phone too. Like, yeah, bitch, I had to come in here again, but he gonna find out today. Mm-hmm. You
What?
can't, right? You can't. I'm looking out for y'all. Ryan said, my ugly ass. Funny, you probably not even ugly. Because all the guys that are really ugly are we saying they cute.
I'm about to say, ain't nobody, like, people who say they're ugly are not ugly. People who say they're cute are usually not cute.
Yeah.
You're right, Adam. Sex dolls do not file for child support.
I'm done with them. Yo, the chat's acting up tonight. I'm done with y'all tonight.
I guess they figured that out in Japan because they've been on the sex dolls before us. They was like, keep your kids, keep your child support, pass on over Molly, and I got it from here.
Wait a minute. Haran said, Jen feminine as hell. Ain't no masculine woman producing plates like her. She about to get flued out. And Haran, you gonna fly me in to cook? Haran said, he said flued in the
get flew out.
But thank you for vouching. Yes, I like being a lady.
Yes.
There are a lot of perks to being a lady. I am definitely not against being a lady. No, it said that. Listen, tonight is the chat's night. Tonight, I concede.
This is your night because you all are taking over, and I'm living for every minute of it. Like I'm all in
the
this.
The chat is making this easy for me. It's the chat's night. I got nothing. Don, what do you talk about, Don Lavard? What the hell does that mean? To speak English, don't speak farm to me. Don is speaking farm to me right now.
Okay, so it's a thread going on. So Haran said Don Lavon so country that it sounded like he could tell what's wrong with a car the moment you started. And then Don Lavon said that he just dated a few weeks ago with I think a 69 whatever, I don't know cars. And so they having car talk. That's why we don't understand.
Oh, bad solenoid switch. I thought he was talking about something else. I was like, who the hell?
It's not Freaky Friday, not that.
Okay, I was like, hey.
Hey, I'm
y'all
down
starting
for that. Solenoid switch. I ain't done that yet.
Dwayne Rhodes, yes, that's the problem, that people smash and they don't get to know the person. I got an easy way for y'all to get to know people. There are these card games. I bought a couple, but there are card games that have like hundreds of questions, and you will be surprised how much you find out about people just asking those cute little questions. It's card games. They're dating. It's called Tonight's Conversations.
I've heard about them, and I heard it's no joke too. I heard that you got to be you can get into some things with them.
No, you can. That's why it's best to. Because now I'm thinking about some of the questions.
I'm about to say, yeah.
And that's why it's best to play like early on in the relationship or interest in the beginning. Because if you are a couple that's been through shit, them questions of, they can start a huge argument.
Okay.
That's why it's called Tonight's Conversations. And they're fun because they have different levels. They have the one just for date night questions. Okay. They have the ones for getting to know you questions. They have the one for relationship questions. So they get like deeper and deeper and deeper. But the first ones are fun. And you could get to know somebody. It breaks the ice and you get to know them, you know what I mean, in a lighthearted way. There's no feelings involved yet because you guys just met. Right. So that like get to know people that way. Y'all just smashing and ending up in family court, man. I feel your pain.
Man, I do, and I don't want to feel that pain because I've seen my friends go through this family court situation. It's not fun.
It's not. It's stressful. Men fall into depression. Dwayne Rhodes said he's gonna add some tequila to the card game.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so Jen, apparently you're not feminine. but girly things is. I
You
get
know
it.
what? I think I know who this is. You know who this sounds like? This sounds like Black Republican. So just in
Oh, he
case
just
it,
got another.
yeah, this sounds like Black Republican. It's like the same thing verbatim. So just in case, because I'm not sure, let me block him. Bye, bitch. Because it sounds like Black Republican. So it's the same talking points,
Uh-huh.
same thing. I'm like, yeah, you got to go. I like that they make fake pages to come back though. It's entertaining. I
Yeah, it
like to make them
is.
work. I like to make them work though. So now you got to make another page.
He did sound just like him.
He sounded just like him. I'm like, he's doing the same. He's saying the same exact shit. And that's the thing with these dudes. Like, they have no fucking. They don't know how to be sneaky. See, like, women could pull that off. Women could pull that off, right? Women could come in here and make 2-3 pages, and you won't know who the fuck is who, right?
Right.
You're not that smart,
Even these bots be having conversations with each other.
right?
Hey, you talked to Todd about the Bitcoin? I don't
He's
know. I'm
saying
gonna
the
call Todd
same.
this morning.
He's saying the same exact thing, and he's absolutely right about me not being feminine because I am not feminine with bums. I am not. Yo soy más macho when I'm with a bum. I'm a bigger man than him, and that's why eventually I got to get rid of them. So he's absolutely. I'm not feminine with a bum at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. I become a whole dude. Okay, if I have to help you, sir, a whole dude, and hopefully you fit into my panties.
They'll try because you'll come home,
Yeah.
baby, all up in your drawers.
Hit the like button. I see a lot of people just came in. Welcome, 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 mi gente. I am happy to see you. Okay. Hit that like and subscribe for me if you're here for the first time. I don't know what you're doing here for the first time. You should have been knew about the kid. But welcome. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, that was probably Black Republican or one of them clowns I blocked the other day. They always find their way back like roaches. They're like
Right.
roaches. Yeah, there it is. Tonight's conversation. That's the name of the thing. That's the name of the is it tonight's conversation cards?
Oh, okay. That's the name of it. Oh, okay. It does sound familiar. Somebody post. You know who posted about it?
Who?
Sugar Brown.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yep.
she would know. She would know. She would know.
Uh-huh. I love her
So I
voice.
so I got the light one. I got the like the first one with the fun questions. I
Well,
think it's the okay, so they have, I'm telling you guys, get these cards because they're really good icebreakers and you can get to vet while having fun. Doesn't have to be a serious conversation like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What do you bring to the table? These cards are fun and you get to vet people. They have date night edition, they have relationship debates, they have couples edition, they have after dark edition. So who knows? Maybe I'll get the after dark edition and do it on a Freaky Friday. But these cards are fun. You get to vet your man or your woman that you're interested in, okay? Without asking those stupid, redundant questions that nobody cares about.
Haran's comment just had me laughing.
No bums, dog. No bums. Cause I do not like being what these people call masculine. I don't like it. I like being a little Tinkerbell.
Right.
And you can't do that with a bum.
No. Mm-mm. You're gonna get into your masculine bag without even wanting to, and then that's just gonna make you
Yeah.
angry,
For real.
resentful,
Be
and
walking
you will
around like this.
right, like you be like, I know you ain't breathing in my
Mm,
house.
yeah. Never tired. I don't, you have to rewrite that, darling. I don't know what you meant. You said you should a man to be a daft at anything else. And then you said bad spelling. But I couldn't figure it out. And I read typo, but I couldn't figure that out. You do not, those the same guy. A bum and a guy with those the same guy. Que tu habla? Haran DeMarco said, I see why modern R&B sucks now. Y'all don't simp as much as the legends used to. I guess y'all plan is to argue with a woman until her panties fall off.
I think that's the plan. I think that's the
You know
plan.
what's funny? That has never made me wet or made my panties fall off, but they could keep trying.
I think that's the plan, though. I really do, because it seems like that's what they're committed to.
Peace out, POP. Yeah, this was great tonight.
Thanks for coming through, POP.
I don't know what's going on. I'm here for y'all, fellas. I'm here for y'all. I know I'm not a big old white Green Bay Packer, but I'm here for y'all. I try to help. You know what I'm saying? Miss Burley things ain't never did a stream to help you get out of child support. The kid did. I did. You know what I'm saying? See? But y'all don't appreciate me. Y'all don't
That's what
appreciate me.
we need to just bleach our skin
Y'all don't appreciate
and get a mullet wig. That's what we need to do. Bleach our skin and get like 2 mullet wigs and just pander and
What if he never tried if he wants to be a bum? You said, but if he wants to be don't hurt him. I agree with that. I don't want to intentionally hurt anybody. It's just that you get resentful because they wasted your time. But no, they should just move on so they don't get hurt. I agree with that. I don't want to intentionally, maliciously. Um, oh, you said if a dad don't want to be a dad, screw it. Wow, that's a loaded topic.
it is because I was trying to figure out how to condense it because
That's a
there's a
loaded
lot
topic.
there.
It is. Um, I like romancing a woman, caressing a chick. You can hear the box getting wet as she
Right.
purrs like a kitten. Haran's feeling poetic tonight, honey.
Ooh, he must be over there songwriting or something.
Mhm. I told Haran I don't like when people yell link at me. I told you that, but I'm gonna give him a pass because he's on a high right now. He's recently engaged. Yes, see, my friends can function with women. Recently engaged, so I'm gonna let him get away with them exclamation points and that link. People always yelling at me. Drop the link.
Drop the link.
Say please. Talk to me nice. Dwayne Rhodes, yeah, I did address John Morant a while back. And that I mean, stupid kid. You know what I mean? If he wants to squander his opportunity and fuck up his life, he's gonna learn the hard way and he'll have regrets like every other adult human being that shoulda, woulda, coulda. That's
Right.
life. That's life. Can't want something for somebody more than they want it.
Exactly. It's just that I just had this conversation with somebody right before we got
Mhm.
on here. I
Mhm.
was like, I don't think you all understand that I don't go out here trying to make somebody want something more than they want for themselves. I only invest in people who invest in themselves. As simple as that.
Mhm. Oh my God. Don Levance. You will not take me anywhere near them hogs, sir. First of all, you told me that they would eat me because they big and strong and all of that. He
I would
talking
go
about
near the
they.
hogs.
Oh, he was saying that they big and they kill people,
The
Lily.
wild ones do. I do know the wild ones do down in Georgia. Yeah. There's wild hogs and wild dogs down in like South Georgia.
Uh-huh.
And you have to be careful. They will attack you. They will they're like gangs. Yeah.
The pigs.
The pigs. West side. Oink
The pigs.
oink.
Wait,
Oink oink.
are we talking about the men that attacked Jen in the chat now? That's what you mean by pigs? What's going on?
I got rid of him, Tristan, because he sounded like the other dude I got rid of before. I was like, wait, you saying the same shit?
I have no idea about anything. I'm
Because
just
you
a
because you over there snug as a bug and love and a rug.
listen, I'm just a
Oh
regular.
yes, congratulations, Tristan.
Thank you so much, Miss Lily.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was time.
I love it.
I said I found somebody who takes zero bullshit, zero of my bullshit. She's like,
Nice.
so
That's a keeper. See, that's a key for the women that they're not putting up with your bullshit at the jump. They letting you know what it's gonna be. What ethnicity is she?
I'm Salvadorian,
Okay, El Salvador. And how old are you, Tristan?
35, I think. Yeah, 35.
Okay.
I'll
Oh,
stop
Uh,
counting.
that's a
our,
good
our,
age.
our baby is engaged.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
age to get engaged. I like that.
It is, yeah. That's a
Yeah.
great age actually to get engaged.
yeah. Cause well, I'll be honest. Well, Jen, you know how chaotic I can get, but with her, it's just like it's controlled. It's like
Nice,
something that gets you to focus. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna keep you.
nice. Don talking about a pack of hogs to kill you. It takes a pack of hogs.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's how a lot of serial killers used to get away with it in South
Yeah.
Jersey. They used to feed them to the pigs because
Yeah.
they'll eat everything.
What, do you
Mhm.
hear that little bell?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
throwing somebody's
Who is
alarm.
that?
that's this iPhone that I can't get into.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
I was
so
like,
it's
what
been
was
ringing
it?
for 4 days.
I was like, it's calling me. Do you hear
Uh,
that?
is that God? Is that you? It's like,
Oh
Can
God.
you
I was
imagine
like,
out of all people God
right.
calls Jen? I
Calls
swear to
Jen.
God. I'm like this. I'm like, yo, he has the greatest sense of humor of all
No,
time.
he's like, wrong number.
all right. No hablo inglés. No aquí. No aquí. No hablo. No hablo. No hablo, señor. No. It's so funny if you look at my last reel on Instagram. I put up a little skit and it said the devil gossiping about all the people God killed in the Bible. You have to check out my last reel.
Oh, that's gotta be good.
You got to see it. You got to
Hold
see it.
on. Because when y'all
I
was
did
up
a.
there calling
It,
God,
it was. It's on Follow Jen Garcia, not on the blog with Jen. So when y'all have a moment, go to Follow Jen Garcia. I'll put it on the blog. I'll put it on the blog too, on the blog with Jen on Instagram. But I'm always making fun of like religion
yeah.
and how God would talk and how the devil would talk, but really talk, not like religious folks. So like God wants us to nah. I talk like these two are like fucking listen.
They're
They're
like one and the
competitors.
same.
Yeah, they what I'm saying. They need each other for the game. You know what I mean? If God destroys the devil, ain't gonna be no opponent. Why
Right.
would God kill the devil and do what with the rest of
Do
his
what
life?
now?
Exactly. Hang out with
Listen,
us. Hang out with
Uh,
us. The
I love
talking
telling those
monkeys.
people. Listen, there's no greater hypocrite than a religious person because they'll argue me with the Bible. I'm like this: the devil is this bad guy, right? And they say all this and that, but last time I checked, the devil asked God for permission to mess with a certain individual that everybody calls Job. I said the devil can't do
Mm.
jack shit without permission. So how much power
Mm.
does he have?
Yeah, so I was like, no, he's not gonna uh, Donovan say you thought you got your wings. I was like, wait, shit, I would have gave him shits back. I'd have been like, give me the
Yo,
horns. I
yo,
want the horns.
she said I want my thong, okay?
My horns. You know what's funny?
No,
I would be the only one in purgatory, like, excuse me, can I ask a question?
you're like
I don't
this. You
want to
got me
bother you.
drinking water up here, but they got the Hennessy downstairs. Like, take me downstairs.
I'd be like, I know you're busy.
Doing your whole God thing.
Can you imagine? Like you like this. You're telling God Himself, like you made a mistake. I'm not supposed to be up here.
I did
Like
a skit like that too. Ron said Batman needs a Joker. Yeah, when you look at, you can tell that most of religion is meant. Jen is not afraid of burning in hell. No, not at all. So you can tell that most of religion. Now, this is not an argument about whether God exists or not. I'm not talking about that. That's
Mhm.
different. I'm talking about religion, the
Right.
practice of the Bible and what the devil and God mean and blah blah blah. You can tell that it's literally man-made, like men, because men are naturally competitive by nature. When you look at baseball, basketball, and football, there are these two star rival teams. Are there not? Like the Boston Red Sox and the Yankees. Everybody forgets everybody else. With football, it used to be the Cowboys and the Giants. You guys could correct me because that was years ago. I'm aging myself. But I remember back in the day, there was a huge rivalry between the Cowboys and the Giants. I'm sure now it's somebody else. With basketball, it was the Lakers and who? The Bulls? Was it the Lakers and the Bulls? I'm not sure.
I
Anyway,
think.
yo,
my
she always shooting at sports. Like, can we live? Can we live?
so So look, this is what I'm saying. This is my point. That when you look at the creation of the quote unquote enemies or opponents in the Bible, it's the same thing. It's that rivalry of who's más macho, who's gonna win, God or the devil, good or evil. It's that competitive. So you can tell it came from a man's mind. We're gonna make two entities and they're gonna be fighting against each other for these little toys in the middle. It's like who sunk my battleship and shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's very interesting. And that's why he can't, people are like, well, why don't, and when you're little, you ask, why why God don't kill the devil? It's because Batman needs the Joker. If
Right.
you kill the devil, there will be no story. And
But
if there's no story, I can't put fear in your heart.
that's why kids are way smarter than adults, because the shit don't make sense to them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if he's bad and he's God, he can do everything, just kill him and be
Right,
good.
because kids are so logical and matter of fact. They're like, you're fat, you're
Yeah,
ugly,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
short. Why your hair look like that?
That's why I
Like
love
kids,
him.
kids are logical. You want to hang out and just be. Sometimes I sit in the park like a fucking creep because my grandbaby ain't there no more. He moved out of the state. But when you watch children play, it brings you so much solace because there's so much innocence and logic to kids. Even when they play, they're like, "Why are you doing that?" Like kids are the most logical thing. They don't lie. They don't embellish. They don't. There's like it is what it is. You're fat, lady.
Yeah,
Mommy, the lady's fat, right? It's like, yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Then we grow up and we start lying to everybody.
to make people feel good, and
I
yeah,
feel so bad for my kid because if my kid says that she didn't know the answer to this math problem, I'm going to call the teacher stupid.
Uh,
I'm going to do it.
oh God, we're
I'm like,
starting
just
like this
like,
already.
did you like did she get it wrong? And he's like, yes, and more than likely my kid's going to be able to prove it.
that's it. Look, that's exactly it. He can't kill, right? Because if he does, the pastor can't make any money. Who you gonna have to make money with if you kill the devil? Leave the devil right where he at. He minding his
You saw
business.
what the Pope did. The Pope said, "Listen, y'all gonna believe in Christ, or I'm gonna rape and pillage everybody." That's what he did.
Right.
Jeez.
That's a good way to get your message across about how good God
Pretty
is.
much.
Hallelujah.
Listen,
Won't he do
if
it?
all them pastors have to do is like this. Listen, if y'all don't come to church, I'm coming to everybody's house and slapping people. That's it. Everybody.
No. Okay. So Haran, Lakers versus Celtics, Knicks versus Bulls. Yeah, there has to be that rivalry. And that's how you can tell it man-made religion. They had to put that rivalry in there. They had to do because it makes the story juicy. There has to be that good versus evil, good versus bad.
You know
We're
what I
Hmm.
at
just
the
realized? I realized the Bible is oppressive towards women, and it started racism.
Yeah,
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
it started a lot of
a lot.
conflict.
Yeah, a lot. Like, and not just the Bible, but religion is the like reason why so many people get killed. More people get killed through religion than anything else.
Yeah.
So
And
Abused
and
because
they'll
of
say men are the
religion.
most logical. Like, how are you so logical that you'll kill a random human being over something that you cannot see and doesn't even know you exist?
right.
Look, look at Don Jen versus Don Levant. Yeah, you be itching to get cut up here. That's for damn sure. You be itching to get cut.
Don Levine and Jen is the greatest Mr. and Mrs. Smith love story of all
Right.
time. They'll kill each other, but for some reason they love each other even harder.
Cause
Just be attracted. He loves
he
it.
wants to get cut. He's pushing. He said that if
That's
he
true.
took me to a farm, the hogs would eat me and kill me because I'm little.
You don't
He
But
understand.
said
Don
he
Levine's
couldn't
a
leave me.
gentleman, though.
He said he couldn't leave me out there with the hogs because the
You might be
hogs.
onto something.
Yeah, he said I couldn't even push the plow or pull the plow or whatever you do with the damn plow.
You don't
He
want to do
was
that
like,
anyway.
Jen, you don't want to do physical labor
Mm-mm.
regardless. What are you
Mm-mm.
I
talking about?
don't, I
Mm.
don't.
You're just combative. Like, you know you're not gonna do it. He's telling you you're not gonna do it, and you're like, I'm gonna do it. Why? Well, you know you're not going to do it.
Yeah,
That's true.
Eat Scrabble, perfect. Yes, church is the no, not this. Dwayne Rose says it's a great catalyst for war and crusades. Yeah, you can get in and take over people's shit and colonize people's stuff better with using God and religion.
Oh, that is such a fucking heavy fact. That is so
Hmm.
true. That's so true. Very, very true. I mean, it's very handy. It has so many, it's multiple use. Religion is multiple use for like controlling women, marriage, wars, you know what I mean, politics, and God we trust, court systems. Like it's very handy, religion is. It's very handy.
Yeah, it's funny because my mom and I had, my mother has a church and pastor and all that stuff, and we had the deepest talk today.
Hmm.
Um, and it was, you know, so, something, a topic that we're going to go down at another day. But
Mhm.
with religion, it was like really the only thing that ever got in the way of me and my mother's relationship was religion. And I'm
Wow.
like, and that's really sad, that something can drive a wedge between you and your child, some imaginary, boogeyman. So,
Right.
but thank God we
Good.
good. But
But
yeah,
that's how deep it is. Like anything that can do that, like separate family or make you ostracize somebody in your family who's not a bad person. I understand getting rid of people who are just because I've done it, but just when they've done nothing but be themselves, and it's like, no, well, God, I can't fuck with you because God said, God, motherfucker,
what
I'm
kind of
here
God is this?
alive. I'm here alive. I'm in the flesh. I'm breathing.
Right.
Okay.
What kind of God you
Ranza
serve?
Marco. Religion is the best weapon we have to save us from ourselves. Without the fear of hell, we all would have been dead generations ago. Fear keeps us in order.
There's truth to that.
I refuse.
I mean, I'm not going. Y'all can have that shit. I'm just saying. I'm just saying he ain't lying. Because a lot of people will be out here doing some real extra. Extra. So we good if that's what you need to keep you from, taking that
Whatever,
lady's cooch
whatever,
and, whatever.
whatever's not going to get you shot, man. Whatever's
I'm
not going
here.
to get you shot, do that.
Do that. Be there on Sunday at 12. Okay.
Whatever, right? Sunday at 12. Do that. Whatever's not going to get you shot. Okay, mi gente? All
All
right.
I'm saying is, in Virginia, there's still a law where on Sundays you can beat your wife on the courthouse steps still.
Yes.
I think that is perfectly fair. I'm like, listen, if I was supposed to wash them dishes and I forgot and you yelling at me, I'm like, you know what? You right.
You going
But
to
on
take it to the court
Sunday,
steps?
but
So
on
you moving to
Sunday
Virginia?
we have a meeting on Sunday.
On the court steps. Don't forget you got to do it on the court steps.
Exactly. It sounds legal. I'm just saying. You like this, like, oh, remember this? Remember what you told me in the car? It fucked me, right? Nah, I'm
You
joking.
know what though? I can see somebody on social media beating somebody, like seeing it on the course of like, it's legal. I can do this. I can see it. And this world is so crazy now. I can see it. It's like nothing surprises me now.
You know what's
Mhm.
crazy? I feel safer outside the country than in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's deep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
Get your money up and travel, man. Get your
no,
money
no,
up and travel.
no,
That's
no,
my goal. That is my
no, no,
goal.
don't tell these people to get their money up, okay? Because they
Get their
already
money
bad
up.
with finances anyway. Like I will never understand you telling me these women are too much, but you paying a $700 ticket to go to fucking Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Buy a prostitute for $50. You're gonna tell me you're gonna spend almost $800 for a prostitute, but that $50 price is so amazing.
And for a woman who's quote unquote ran through,
Right.
I
okay, with
wonder how
no
many
walls, the
STDs these
woman
guys
hasn't.
have now.
Oh
They
yeah,
have
then
And
none
they
of them
bring
have
and they
walls.
bringing all that shit back here.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that's why I called
that,
them the
that's
Christopher
our problem.
Columbus, and they got mad. I said, "Y'all are the new Christopher Columbus.
Oh,
You
I didn't
take your
think about
diseases
that.
out there. That's what they do. They're pillaging. They're taking advantage of young women. They're the Christopher Columbus of today, spreading their disease, bringing it back, exploring new places where they shouldn't fucking be. Right? That is They are taking advantage of the indigenous people in another country. Christopher Columbus bitches. They are Christopher Columbus ass bitches. And I said it before. People got mad at me, but look what's happening.
And they're low key pedophiles. Cause has
Yeah.
anybody
Yes.
ever asked them,
Yes.
do you know what a Dominican Republic ID looks like, and how do you know if it's fake?
Hmm.
That's it.
Oh my
They
Listen,
they are
gosh.
the passport Christopher Columbuses. Tova said, but if God is real, then we all in trouble. Revelations, the last chapter of the Bible, is scary as hell. I think about it often. Like, why are we here? Who made us? It's not really. That's why I love that song with, who is it? Kanye and Jay-Z, No Church in the Wild is one of my favorite Kanye West songs. It's reminiscent of this show on HBO called American Gods.
Hmm.
American Gods is amazing because it explores how we made gods. God didn't make us, but we are in the belief that God's made us, right? God's
Yes.
molded us. No, we made gods, right? We
Right.
make them bigger and we talk for them and we talk through them. No, God said, and in our minds, we have this idea of who God is and what he does and blah, blah. We make God what it is. And that's why when you talk to different religions, everybody describes them a certain way. You notice that? Like Buddhists, Pentecostal, Catholics, Christians, Jehovah's Witnesses, Scientologists, everybody describes their God a certain way. And that show on HBO, American Gods, explores how different groups of people, they even have their own Jesus, like the Asian Jesus, the Latin
Yes.
Jesus, the Jesus for Easter. Like it's a very, very interesting show. So, as far as if God is real, we all in trouble. Why? God is love. He
Right.
forgives.
What God are you serving that you're in trouble? Like I don't.
Ex-
That's what I always
Exactly.
ask them. I'm like,
And
who is this
and
God
not
that you
only
serving that
that,
you're so afraid of?
right, not only that, but the way people describe God, right? How fearful they are sounds to me like a tyrant, like a
Right.
narcissistic tyrant. If a human being told you, obey me or I will destroy you and throw you in a lake of fire for the rest of your life, that is tyranny.
You're not a
That is
nice guy.
tyranny.
You know what that sounds like? It
What?
sounds like, the manosphere, they say these things about, about these black men, the Pookies and Ray Rays. I'm like, God's the way they talk. I'm like, so God was raised by a single mother.
That's funny.
That, if you think about it, you're like, yo, this is the men that they be talking about, the Pookie and Ray Rays. I'm like, God be acting like that, all
Yeah.
bipolar and shit.
No, I'm telling you, it's like it sounds like a tyrant, like an evil
It does.
tyrant when you look at it. It's an evil. God is love. He's a mass murderer in the Bible. He's punishing people in lakes of fire. Like it sounds like it sounds tyrannical.
I've
If
decided.
I'm serving you out of fear, then I am a slave.
Right. Right. It doesn't. It just has never made sense to me. I tried to make it make sense but it couldn't. I was like, this is not adding up.
Right, E Scrapple, unless you listen to him.
Right.
Think about that. He's going to send you into a burning fire of suffering unless you listen to him. That's tyranny.
It's crazy.
He's just a drunk father on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? He ain't want you to begin with, but here he go. Gotta watch after you while Mother Earth goes and be a thought on the club. You know what I'm saying?
How are you, OG Patrice? Haven't seen you in a while. Okay, fams, we out of here, right? We at the 2 hour mark.
Yeah, Tristan, you
Okay,
want to
let's
close
go.
us out?
Oh yeah, I got a great one, and you're gonna
Mm.
love it because this was from Lily's secret 4chan account that
Uh-oh.
she thought I didn't know that she had. Okay,
Uh-oh. I'm scared.
all right. Okay, put me on the big screen.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this is from Lily's page that I clipped. All right,
Uh-oh.
this is what she said. Dear black women, stop saving grown men. It's too late. Yeah.
Love you all.
I love you all, class.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. If you're still here for any reason, hit that like and subscribe. Don't forget to support the channel on the block with Jen Cash App. We will see you here tomorrow. And don't forget, Freaky Friday is right around the corner. And Sexy Saturdays, where we turn up and talk all things sex and relationships and body parts. And we throw in a couple strokes on Freaky Friday and Sexy Saturday. So hold me down. Don't forget to leave me comments. It helps me in the algorithm. And we will see you mañana. Thank you for holding me down. Chat, tonight was your night. Tonight was your night. Y'all showed y'all asses tonight, and I thank you for it, okay? I was living for y'all tonight. Thank you for holding me down, chat, and I will see you mañana. Go do that damn laundry, too. Don't think I don't know your laundry's piling up. All right, good night. Y'all are nuts.